Does it feel like Friday? Feels like Friday to me. Congratulations to not only the new second lieutenants as of about noon tomorrow, but their families as well. We know a big sacrifice for you folks to send off your kids to the academy. 40s up across the mountain areas. Trinidad close to 90. Springfield at 90 degrees. Anybody think there's a cold front over southern Colorado? This guy does. The unofficial start to summer. And you know what? You hear that so much, unofficial start to summer. Let's just make it the official start of summer, because everybody thinks that anyways. So let's do it. Sun comes up, we pop into the 70s very quickly. I think we end up warm again, not as hot as it was out there today. We're not going to set any records tomorrow. We do have some developing clouds to the north of that what was severe thunderstorm, and you can see them here from Los Animas, and that's a developing thunderstorm. We'll keep our eye on that part of Colorado. Sounds like a complaint, Eric. Would you like me to officially file it for you, my friend?
Please do.
We usually get those in the weather office. Put everything together on the Meister meter, kind of a refreshing feel, I think, tomorrow. Might smell good in the morning as well with some of the water we've had tonight. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's good to get that moisture tonight. Yeah. Some areas got around an inch or so, and that definitely is some good news.
Nice to soak it all in.
Absolutely. Even with that sun in the morning, it is going to take a while to warm up. Starting in the 40s, by lunchtime I think we'll still be in the 50s and 60s, but at some point in the afternoon you'll get a southerly wind to kick in, and that'll boost your temperatures a quick 10 to 15 degrees, so we'll end up in the 70s and 80s. What's happening tomorrow is we still have those two air masses doing battle. The farther south you are, you'll be in this windy, warm, and dry air mass with warmer temperatures. And if the farther north you are, you'll have a bit of a southeasterly component to the wind, and that'll be the slightly cooler air. So the warmest temperatures tomorrow will be in the southeastern corner of the state, maybe the mid-90s. But like today, the farther north you go, the temperatures drop off, and Colorado Springs and Denver will be in the low to mid-70s. Welcome to your holiday weekend. Here's what's on the docket. Warm temperatures, a lot of sunshine tomorrow, but Sunday will be the better of the two weekend days, even though it'll be cooler. Temperatures drop by about 10 to, in some cases, maybe 15 degrees, but a lot less wind on Sunday. Even though it'll be breezy, nothing like we'll have out there tomorrow. Skyscan shows a big area of low pressure over the western United States. That is what is going to drive everything. And this storm is producing some interesting weather. Check it out. Du Bois, Wyoming this afternoon. Sheena Thomas driving through some snow in the northwestern part of Wyoming, and out ahead of that system tonight, some big supercell thunderstorms in Kansas, actually getting reports of some pretty significant damage on the south side of Russell, Kansas and La Crosse, Kansas. Earlier today, one of our storm chasers, Vern Carlson, almost got hit by this rope tornado outside of Hayes, and they still have some rough weather there tonight. You can see across southern Colorado, we're getting some fog out across the Colorado-Kansas state line. That'll stay across the northeastern part of the state into the early morning hours of Saturday. And with the warm air moving overhead, we'll have relatively comfortable temperatures tonight, mid-30s to mid-40s over the mountains and generally 50s on the eastern plains. Some of that fog will still be present early tomorrow morning if you're traveling up into the northeastern part of the state, but as that burns off, it cranks up the wind by late morning into the afternoon. It'll stick around with us all day long. Many of us get sunshine. We'll be downright hot, low to mid-90s on the southeastern plains, mid-80s to mid-90s up and down the interstate with 60s and 70s over the hills. But as I mentioned, gusts between 40 and 55 miles per hour. Just going to wreck this warmth. I think it'll be tough to be outside. A lot of the pools opening tomorrow. Not so sure you'll be able to enjoy it. Around 90 in Fountain, 75 in Woodland Park. These temperatures well above seasonal averages. In and around Pueblo, we'll end up around 92, 93 degrees, even mid to upper 80s for the eastern slopes of the wet mountains. So I think you look at everything for tomorrow. Not the best grill day outside. Meister meter, you putting everything together? I don't think it's going to be that nice. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. So grill-wise, behind the cold front, even with cooler temperatures on Sunday, that'll be the better day to be outside, as will your Memorial Day. So here's your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow is the warmest day of the next week. Will be slightly cooler for Sunday and Memorial Day. Warm up a little bit Tuesday and Wednesday. Cold front next week. Looks like it'll keep us dry right now. And so really some relatively quiet weather after we get past the wind tomorrow, which will boost Pueblo to 93. We'll be around 80 for your Memorial Day holiday. Warm up a little bit Tuesday and Wednesday ahead of that cold front. Even the mountain areas will be dry as we head through the next 7 days. But the problem starting tomorrow morning by about 7 or 8 o'clock in the mountain communities, and a couple hours later across the Front Range in the eastern plains is going to be that wind, guys. Hot dogs will be blowing all over the place. Little dogs and kids will be blowing all over the place. May actually have some blowing dust out there tomorrow. So once the wind gets going, not the best day to be outside. If you got to do something, I think the morning actually the best time to do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
When you're opening the grill, be careful. The wind.
That's right. And all that smoke up in your face, your heat goes away.
Not cool.
Nope.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.